In order to win, you have to use all your forces in order to hunt down the enemy king. In order to checkmate the enemy king, we first have to put the king in check. Right here, the black king is in check because the rook is pointing towards the king on this line. There are three ways in which you can defend against the check. First of all, you can move the king. In this case, you could move the king here or here, but not here or here, because then the king would still be in check from the rook. You can also capture the piece that is threatening the king. Or you can block the check. Now the bishop is covering and the king is no longer in check. In this case, the best solution would clearly be to go ahead and capture the rook, since then you would not only have defended against a check, but also won a rook. I just showed you an example of a check. This, however, is a check that black cannot do anything about, and that is checkmate. In this case, the king has no escape squares. The rook covers all the squares along this line, while the knight covers two squares, right here and right here. And the last remaining safe square is covered by the black pawn. And remember, the pawns can only move forward and not diagonally. They can only capture diagonally. So the pawn cannot cover the check this way. In fact, this is a bit of an unusual checkmate, but I think it's a very pretty one, since white uses such a limited force, a rook and a knight, in order to capture the black king. And it's one that I succeeded in catching my opponent with in a game many, many years ago.